Hello students, this is Dr. Faizan Mirza. I am discussing with you how standard deviation is calculated. Standard deviation actually tells you the spread of data around the mean value. Smaller value of S actually tells you that the data is more reliable or the data is less variable. If the value of standard deviation is high, it means that the data is less reliable and it is more varied. So you need to learn these facts, what the standard deviation tells you. For example, in this case, I went on and I measured 21 petals, and the length of the petal was measured in millimeters. All these petal lengths are measured. You can see here, and the value. These are a total of 21 petals that I measured. This is the formula for standard deviation that I'll be using, and this formula will be given to you. So you should just know how to handle the formula. So individual values are given to you. What will we do? Will we just go and make a table here? So all the values of individual values of these petals will be mentioned in the table. These will be the values which I'll be calling as x. So these are the x here. Now what will we do? We'll calculate the mean here. The mean of these values mean you will add up all these things, all these values here, and you divide them by n, which is 21. So you get the answer 3.12. So this is my mean here. So when I get the mean here, it means that I already have the mean. Now I'll go to my next two columns. The second column is x minus x bar. X bar actually is the mean 3.12. So what I'm doing is I'm filling up the second and the third column. How do I do that? This value of x is 3.1. I'll just subtract 3.12 because it is x minus x bar. So 3.1 minus 3.12, I get the answer here, and this answer will then be squared and will be mentioned here. So this is what I'll just do. 3.2. I'll subtract it with. I'll subtract 3.12 from 3.2. I get 0.08. I just square it and I get 0.006, and so on and so forth. You can just fill up these blank spaces and see how this works. This is the formula of standard deviation. Standard deviation is represented by a small s. It is equal to under root of summation x minus x bar squared divided by n minus 1. So my x minus x bar is this column, and my x minus x bar squared is my x minus x bar. This entire thing is represented by this variable. So if I sum up all these values of the last column, this will give me summation of x minus x bar squared. In this case, it's 0.60. So I'll just mention it here. I'll divide by n minus 1. N minus 1 will be how many? N was 21 because these were 21 petals. I'll separate it with 1. I separate 1 from 21 and I'll place the value in the denominator. I'll just calculate the answer here by dividing, and then I'll take the square root of this, and my standard deviation comes out to be 0.17. You can just work out this how I've explained to you, and you can see whether the answer is coming 0.17 or not. So what is how do we write the standard deviation? We often write the standard deviation with plus minus mean. So if the mean was 3.12, then the standard deviation is 3.12 plus minus 0.17. So as I mentioned to you, the standard deviation tells us the spread of data around the mean value. So this is the mean value, and the data is spread 0.17 above or below this mean value. So a smaller value of standard deviation means that the data is more reliable and it is less varied. There's a less variation here. You can see all the values of the petal lengths are within a narrow range. For example, if my standard deviation value here was 2.12 or 1.18, something which is of a very large value, in that case I would state that the standard deviation value is actually larger, and in that case the data is not reliable and the values are widely varied. That's it from my side. Thank you so much.